here in person. He's just gonna be a couple of minutes late. He is en route.
Okay.
He is not gonna be here, but 5 to 6, better than he was looking at 3:30. I'll take that.
But I know as you've had colds, but they say it's almost COVID again.
Oh, yeah, they said, and
I don't have that, I can test it's negative.
they said the original version is bad, so they're trying to fall down again during the meeting on you. Parts today, so we just do old school notes. Notes.
It's a great example, whoever.
We should probably think about, what we want to see changed in, City Hall. So when we renovate, carpet here could probably go, tiling and hallway. If there's any kind of mechanical stuff that needs to be updated, maybe the heat system, lighting, cooling, as a.
Right. And I need to get an HVAC person to look in to see if it's an update or if it's just a matter of, the little thermostats from it, of course, it's something as simple as that.
The clock on.
No, it is 5:58. That clock is falling behind again. But I do have a traditional clock we could just put up there instead of this one that keeps moving on us.
Are you gonna, you don't need me to do anything for this one?
No, Tony asked that if we have a form. So. So we don't need to, because Ken's gonna make it in person, so. I've got YouTube up and running and.
No, but.
Yeah. They were a green sweater, that's not good. You never even.
It was good for them today anyway.
No. So.
But the football team, the male team, you see that?
So good. So,
The time?
no, almost. Crap. I also sold this truck yesterday without having. Yes, 7 grand out of it. It's a rough look at cash account.
Good.
Let's do it.
All right. We call the Mayville Common Council order at 6 PM. Take the roll.
Alderperson Smith.
Here.
Alderperson Hinkle. Here. Alderperson Lignell.
Present.
Alderperson Olson.
Here.
Alderperson Baker is excused. Alderperson Newman is anticipated later, but is currently not here. And we do have quorum.
All right, please stand for the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, item 3, Mayor Proclamation honoring the donors of the Mayville Tornado Disaster Relief Fund. Please read.
I can do that. Whereas on May 15th, 2025, the city of Mayville experienced a devastating tornado that caused significant damage to homes, businesses, and public infrastructure. And whereas in the wake of this disaster, the citizens of Mayville came together with extraordinary compassion and generosity and community spirit to help their neighbors recover. And whereas the Mayville Tornado Disaster Relief Fund was established to provide direct assistance to those most affected by the storm, helping to mitigate unanticipated expenses and hardships caused by the disaster. And whereas the following donors contributed generously to the fund, demonstrating the true heart of community: Mayville Engineering Company, Tab Products, Modern Woodmen of America and Jeff Jager, Affiliated Products, Mount Zion Lutheran Church, Fox Brothers Piggly Wiggly, Mayville Lions Club, Emmanuel Lutheran Church out of Brandon, Wisconsin, Carolyn Kummerow, Kenneth and Diane Voigt, Holly Richke, The Natural Way, Daryl and Gail Keller, Kristen Swenson, Timothy and Judy Goodman, and an anonymous donor. Whereas these contributions represent not only financial generosity, but also a deep commitment to the well-being and strength and unity of our community. And whereas through their compassion and kindness, these donors have helped restore hope and resilience in the aftermath of great hardship. Now, therefore, Rob Belk, Mayor of the City of Mayville, Wisconsin, does hereby extend heartfelt gratitude and recognition to those donors of the Mayville Tornado Disaster Relief Fund. Be it further proclaimed that the City of Mayville expresses its sincere appreciation for the spirit of generosity and community that continues to define and strengthen our city. In witness thereof, Mayor Belk has unto set his hand and caused the official seal of the City of Mayville to be affixed this 11th day of November, 2025.
All right. Thank you. I'd like just to thank everybody who donated all their time and money for this disaster relief fund. I think we raised just over $28,000. And it's already been dispersed through the CEA. And so I thank you very much for all your generosity and your volunteering of your time to get everything done. We're not quite there yet, but we're pretty close. Still waiting for some of our own stuff to come in, but I just want to say thank you, and that's about it. So thanks. We'll be sending out this proclamation to the people that donated. So. Thank you. All right, public hearing. A public hearing regarding the 2026 operating budget for the City of Mayville.
I'd first like to say to the residents of Mayville, I am pleased to present the City of Mayville's 2026 proposed budget. This document represents our continued commitment to responsible financial management, maintaining essential services, and planning for the long-term stability of our community. The 2026 budget reflects the city's efforts to balance the rising costs of operations with the need to minimize the financial impact on our taxpayers. As with many municipalities, we continue to face challenges related to inflation, insurance increases, and limited revenue growth under state levy limits. Despite these pressures, the budget remains balanced and maintains our current service levels across all departments. Key priorities for 2026 include continued investment in infrastructure improvements, maintaining public safety services, and supporting the city's facilities. The budget also focuses on strengthening and internal efficiencies and ensuring that our financial practices remain transparent and sustainable. The city remains dedicated to using taxpayer resources efficiently while addressing the needs of our residents and community organizations. As always, our goal is to ensure that every dollar spent provides value to the citizens of Mayville. I'd like to extend my appreciation to everyone involved, the mayor, common council, department heads, and the city staff for their collaboration and careful consideration through the budget process. Preparing a comprehensive financial plan requires teamwork and a shared commitment to fiscal responsibility. This budget document is intended to provide clear, accessible information about the public funds, how the public funds are allocated and used to support our community.
All right, thanks.
Yep.
Does anybody want to speak on the public hearing for the budget? Anybody at all? All right. Is there a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Smith,
I'll second it.
second by Levino. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, is there any other citizen comments tonight?
For anything?
Sure, go ahead, state your name and address for the record.
Good evening, my name is Leslie Sherry at 105 Audubon Court. Tonight, an issue that I've been trying to take care of through the tag center, that seems to be falling on deaf ears there, is, I don't want to say it, the workers or public servants, whichever you want to call them, I don't care. Since I started there 3 years ago, and obviously I have no choice in it to stay on my feet. Well, the first thing I noticed was workers were using the off limits or the part of the tag center that's not allowed to be used. Unless it's during work hours or their opening hours, whatever. And I also noticed other things as time went on, that they could just use the keys whenever they want, they want where they want, they can do whatever they wish to do. There's no rules, there's no boundaries. They have one person right now that comes in there that's a worker, uses one machine, leaves everything laid there, and either goes to the back part, works out in a different area, or goes in a whole different room. And that person can be gone for half an hour, 45 minutes. Well, it's not a big deal because I come in early in the morning, but just as I noticed with the other thing, people notice where you are, and they start questioning, oh, wait a minute, nobody's using the machine, but yet it's tied up, or they're upstairs. Well, that's not even the worst part. Think about it, they're upstairs, doors are locked, you can't get to them. What happens if there's some kind of a problem, emergency or anything else? You can't get to these people. It makes no sense to be putting them at risk. Now, in May, I turned around and I brought this all up with the head person. And it was just like talking to a wall. It was the biggest waste of my time. It was not rude, but he just made comments or ridiculous statements that picking the wrong person. I understand what he does. I dealt with Mabel many times through Tag Center where I used to work. Not a big deal. But that only starts with what you see going on. Then all of a sudden, about I would say 18 months, maybe a little less, a little more, he started putting fans in there because it's too hot, too this, too that. And I questioned that day as well. He just ignores it. And what was happening is people were taking them and I'd turn it off because I don't want fans on me. And I have every right not to have to put up with that. But that's not even the worst part. Now if you go in there, because of the way he rearranged it, they have it all where you walk through the aisles. They're in the middle of aisles. They aren't in the front, which is actually illegal by fire code. You can talk to the fire department. I'm sure they back me up on this. You can't even go through the main walkways. They're in the middle of the walkways because they're so small. There's not even a way around them. So there's no safety again there. Common sense. I used to work for a department. I understand safety because it was a big part of what that business was. This is outrageous. He doesn't care. I don't care what you say. He is not meant to be there. He doesn't understand what he's doing. And I'm sorry if you disagree with me. And you can check up if you want to just check it in a man that there's nothing about me in there. Because the next thing I wanted to bring up was when you have a complaint, oh, here's a piece of paper, write it down. No, that's not the way it works. There should be paperwork there that they fill, have you sign, and it goes on his desk. He should have to return to you. If you want to talk to that guy, I spent 3 or 4 times trying to track him down to talk to him. What's wrong with having a computer system or technology that they have already that you can make a scheduled appointment that you don't have to chase the guy? That's ridiculous. I'm sorry. This is outrageous. Other little things I noticed, like the storage rooms and stuff, when you walk into the 24/7, I don't know if any of you are familiar with this place that well, but they're open not half the time, but for a while they were open a lot. And I pointed out to some of the workers and they said, we'll take care of it. And it really didn't change much. Now in the last weeks, this got more interesting. The first person the day before I talked to that person there, talked to me about it. That person walked into the place early in the morning, which I've never seen that person there that early. Well, guess what? One of the workers was using their keys to go through. You know that the person walking around on top, it's stop the next day, the person usually, I haven't seen a single thing change. So they know they're doing wrong, but yet nothing changes. All because it was gone for 2 months, they figured they could just go back to it, nobody cares. Things gotta change here, I'm sorry, I don't wanna have these big tax bills, I pay taxes just like the rest of you. I expect the same, I don't know what word you wanna use, but it should be the same for everybody. But on top of that, what's this city wanna do, have a big lawsuit all of a sudden because of some accident? Because with those fans where they are, there is no decent place in there to put those fans. Believe it. What they should be doing is talking to the city council here and talking about finding out a way of putting a vent system in there to take care of this problem. I know it's expensive, but it's a hell of a lot cheaper than a big lawsuit. Because sooner or later, some kind of emergency is gonna happen there, and they're gonna race to have to get out of there. The fans will cross the main walkway. There is no 5 feet this way or 5, there's not even a foot on each side of this thing because of the way he's got everything stacked on top of everything, which is, in my opinion, really sad because disabled people have a tough time getting around in there. Yeah, he moved the road that I talked about a little bit further back, but you know, if you thought about it before he did it, they should never have been that way because there were certain places, if you lost your balance on a treadmill, you fell backwards, the weights behind them, you'd either hit your head or nail your back. Neither would be a good situation. But this shouldn't have been, yeah, he took care of that part of it. I don't know when, because like I said, I was gone for 2 months and I was sick of the place. We need to change this. I do not need people getting hurt. And my tax dollar paying for it, your tax dollar paying for things that are foolish. The fans need to go. The head of that place needs to either be straightened out, need to make sure that he has a way of, when you talk to him, that you guys can look at it and say, yeah, all this stuff is brought up. Because right now he just says, well, I hadn't heard of that before, or nobody said a thing about it. Yet I've talked to person after person and said, well, I mentioned to him about that. And then you go look at the handicap, that one really gets me upset. When you walk into the main center part, you should be able to walk across with one going one the other, with no hassle. And it was always that way from 3 years ago. And boy, in the last 6 months, there's none of that. It's crowded. His excuse is, well, they all want to see the TV. I'm like, safety is second to watching TV. I'm sorry, no, I use both rows. I use almost all of them, not everything in there, but I use in every row certain things that I need. And that's the only reason I go there yet. It's either that, or I gotta go to Beaver Dam or Fond du Lac. So you tell me, is it worth it?
All right,
Thank you for your time.
thank you. Anybody else for citizen government? All right, agenda changes. Any agenda changes? Consent agenda,
I'll make a motion to consent the agenda.
motion by Olson,
I'll
second by second by Molly Hinkle. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. All right, mayor's report. All right, hello, friends and residents of Mayville. This month, I want to begin by wishing all of our military veterans a very happy Veterans Day. As I reflect my humble upbringings, I'm reminded of my core values, which are family, God, and country. In today's world with so much political division, it's easy to lose sight of what unites us. Our love for this great nation and our shared commitment to one another. So this Veterans Day, please take a moment to thank a veteran and remember, no matter your political affiliation, we're all in this together. Is there any veterans in the audience today? Can you please stand? Well, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
City budget. The city of Mayville is finalizing their 2026 budget, and I'm happy to report that the property tax increase will be 1.2% more than originally anticipated. For a home assessed at $250,000, this means an increase of about $17.50 on the city portion of your property tax. I want to sincerely thank the city council and city staff for all their hard work and dedication to this year's budget process. Your efforts make a real difference, so thank you. Sewer rate adjustments. Beginning in January 2026, residents will see a sewer rate increase averaging $11 per month. This adjustment is required to meet our financial obligations to our bonding and grant application, which mandates funding at 110% of the total loan amount. Winter street parking permit. Winter is just around the corner, and as many know, street parking during snow events has caused challenges in the past. This year, the city is introducing a permit-based street parking system for the winter months. A seasonal permit costs $50. The benefits of the permit allows us to directly contact vehicle owners during the snow event, ensuring timely snow removal and better communication. Why the change? Simply put, the city faces rising operational costs and decreasing state funding over the past decade. The permit revenues will help offset those losses and improve our winter maintenance operation. Community Spotlight. This month I had the pleasure to tour Affiliated Products here in Mayville to learn more about their wiring harness production. It was enlightening experiencing their operation and learning about their customer base. Special thank you to Chad Krieger for the tour and warm hospitality. Mayville truly appreciates your continued investments in our community. Police recognition. I'm proud to share that the Police Chief Ryan Tallner has been named First Responder of the Year for the 39th Assembly District. This is a tremendous honor and has a well-deserved recognition of Chief Tallner's dedication and service to our city. So congratulations, Chief. Budget reflection. As we close out the 2025 budget cycle and prepare for the year ahead, I want to share some insight into the hard work that goes into creating a balanced city budget. This year, I personally worked with our treasurer to cut $355,000 from the initial budget, and the city council made additional reductions totaling $80,000. These efforts help limit the tax impact on residents while maintaining essential city services. As part of these adjustments we also made the decision to reduce the city administrator's salary, resulting in annual savings of $40,000. I want to wish our administrator all the best in her future endeavors. In closing, as Thanksgiving approaches, I hope everyone has a warm and thankful holiday surrounded by family and friends. I look forward to seeing you around town, and don't hesitate to say hi. That concludes my report for the month. Oh, Bradford, you want to come up to the microphone? Our new library director is Bradford. What's your last name, Bradford? Nye. So I wanted everyone to meet the new library director, and I wanted him to say a few words. So welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Mayor. So, hi, everybody, fellow colleagues. So, yeah, I didn't have anything specially prepared, but I am exceptionally excited to start. I've been now on the job for 7 days, 8 days. It seems like a blur, but I'm very excited. I am really happy to work with the people I've got. They are wonderful, and I really look forward to working with everyone in some capacity somewhere down the line. So thank you so much for the warm welcome.
Yeah, thanks for getting the job and all your experience and hard work, it's paid off. Now you're the director, and look forward to working together. So.
Yep, should be great. So very good to meet everyone. Official. So put faces to the names that I've read.
All right.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, city clerk's report.
I will try to keep it brief. In addition to my regular clerk duties, this month has included assisting with final parts of the budgeting process and preparing for the next steps, which are the filings for tax roll preparation and tax collection. Work has also begun on timelines and resources for end of year and beginning of year activities to assist all departments with a smooth transition as we go into our next yearly cycle. Donated funds were allocated by the CDA. They were distributed for the tornado relief. They were distributed in late October for residents who met the qualifications set forth by council. A total of 34 households received assistance through this program. The city's insurance carrier has finalized processing all of our city owned property tornado damage claims. Funds have been received for that. And additionally, the Wisconsin disaster relief process has been completed. And have we received it yet, or are we slated to get it? payment.
The 178,000?
Yep.
We got that.
So we received the $178,406.20, representing approximately 73.4% of the verified recovery efforts submitted under this program. So it was substantial money we got back for that. I also this month worked with John Wild to submit the Bob Huber grant and doing some work on job descriptions. I've also coordinated with Don Neitzel in preparation for the 2026 Muzzy and Allen Street road projects and the relating special assessments that'll come with that. And then candidacy packets are in front of all my even ward individuals and will be on the city website shortly for any interested parties. Positions up for election in the spring of 2026 include the mayor and even numbered aldermanic wards.
All right, thank you. Treasurer, September 2025 monthly check register and approval of the bills. You guys should have the packet. You guys have a chance to review the bills.
There's a few things in there. You'll see that data processing is currently over budget by about $31,000. And the accounts payable, this, and you'll see that invoice. It's labeled as city services, so the descriptions on the invoice cover work performed between June and September, including charges for the initial assessment and design of the new network infrastructure, and that totals $8,400. Additional charges include equipment such as Unified Switch Enterprise. There's a lot of technology words I do not know, but I have a copy of the invoice in case anyone is curious. I don't understand it. Another contributing factor to the overage would be the transition from Charter Communications, which includes some related charges about approximately $6,200. I wasn't really directly involved in that transition, but I'd be happy to look further into it if anyone would like me to. Also on the financials, the final payment for the park shelter maintenance capital project has been issued. So that will bring that project completed under budget by $14,597. And then there's payment number 4 for the wastewater treatment plant project. That was issued in the amount of $636,000. However, on Wednesday, November 12th, the Utilities Department will receive their first Clean Water Fund loan disbursement via wire transfer to cover this and previous project costs.
Anybody else have any questions? Your motion to approve the bills.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Hinkle,
I'll second
second by Lehman, all in discussion. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Comptroller Treasurer's monthly report.
All right. For the disaster relief fund, expenses for that fund currently are a total of $198,000, not including wage allocations that need to be recorded. And as Amy stated, we did receive $178,406 from the state and then $78,000 in insurance recoveries. Revenues and payments, the police department received their Click It or Ticket grant. We also received our 4th quarter state transportation and highway aids. And payments for our GeoDebt, Safe Drinking and Clean Water were completed during the last week of October. Tax collection update, dog tags were delivered today and are due by tomorrow to the county. The city has received their 2025 mill rate from the county along with the school district certified levies. We're still currently waiting on a few state aid estimates, lottery credit, first dollar credit, and tax incremental worksheet. These documents should arrive to us by the 20th. November 20th, once we receive that, we can get the mill rate form finalized and submitted to the county. And let's see here. And then some upcoming deadlines for the taxes. We have our special charges that are due on the 17th, which is like snow removal, weed notices, delinquent utilities that will go on the tax roll. And so once we can get everything completed and submit to the county, we would like to get it there as soon as possible so that we can have our tax bills mailed out as soon as possible. They're due no later than third Monday of December, but our goal, like I said, is to complete the process ahead of schedule so that we can have an early mailing. And then next things that are due in December are the levy limit worksheet, statement of taxes, and tax incremental worksheet. That's it.
All right, thank you. One thing I would like to add is that we did get notified by the Department of Revenue this last week that we're gonna have to do a reevaluation of all our properties. We'll have discussion on that probably in January, but we're gonna have to reevaluate everyone's properties
Why? We just went through this.
because we're below the threshold of 90%. We're at 78%.
It's the first warning, and they give you a couple years you can budget to get that reevaluation done. And I did reach out to Alan with Associated Appraisals, and the last reevaluation was a market update. It was not a full reevaluation in 2022. So we're just probably due for it.
27 is probably what we're gonna look at.
Yeah, and we have it placed held on the CIP, so.
All right, Utility Commission. Next date and time is November 24th at 5 p.m. Library Board, next meeting date is November 13th at 6 p.m. Public Works Committee, next meeting date is November 24th at 6 p.m. Personnel Committee, next meeting date is November 24th at 6 p.m. Public Safety Committee, next meeting date is November 24th at 6 p.m. Finance Committee, next meeting is November 24th at 6 p.m. Park and Rec Commission, meeting date is December 3rd at 3:30 p.m. Planning Commission, next meeting date is the 19th of November at 6 p.m. Community Development Authority Enhancement Committee, next meeting date is November 19th at 5 p.m. Old business, discuss the possible action, ordinance 1152-2025, an ordinance to repeal and replace section 195-3C of the municipal code of the city of Mayville relating to mobile food vendor permits.
And this again is just to add the provision that they can get single day event permits if it's in association with an event or a charitable cause.
All right, is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All right. Motion by Smith, second by Newman. This is already introduced, right?
Yep, this is the second
All right,
reading.
any discussion? Please take the roll.
Alderperson Smith,
Aye.
Alderperson Newman,
Aye.
Alderperson Olson,
Aye.
Alderperson Leitnow,
Aye.
Alderperson Henkel. Aye. Motion carries.
All right, new business, approve the minutes of October 13th, common council meeting, and October 13th, the finance of the whole committee meeting. For both the meeting dates, is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Hinkle, second by Levino. Any additions or corrections to any of the minutes? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, motion carries. Discuss with possible action, resolution 6023-2025, a resolution to adopt the budget for the city of Mayville, Wisconsin for fiscal year 2026. Is there a motion?
I make that motion.
Motion by Newman,
I'll second.
second by Smith. Any discussion? All right, please take the roll.
Alderperson Newman,
Aye.
Alderperson Smith,
Aye.
Alderperson Henkel. Aye. Alderperson Leitnow.
Aye.
Alderperson Olson. Motion carries.
All right, discuss with possible action, resolution 6024-2025, a resolution to adopt the levy for the budget of the city of Mayville, Wisconsin for fiscal year 2026.
Make that motion.
Motion by Newman, second by Levino. Any discussion?
Yeah, do you have an anticipated mill rate?
Yes, and the mill rate was gonna be $5 and
5.937305 of 465,670, or no, we're in millions. Sorry, 465,678,145, approximate assessed valuation.
helps 8 cents, right?
Yeah,
7 cents?
7.
7 cents. All right,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
anybody else? Seeing none, please take the roll.
Alderperson Newman,
Aye.
Alderperson Leitnow.
Aye.
Alderperson Olson,
Aye.
Alderperson Smith,
Aye.
Alderperson Henkel. Aye. Motion carries.
Yes.
In regards to the budget, I know that I was gonna ask, with the wages, I don't know if it's too late for me now. If I can implement the wage increases, the first full week, and the first payroll week of payroll week in 2026 instead of like dividing up amongst the last year's wages and this year's wages.
Because it falls in the middle of the week.
Yeah.
Something we can talk more.
Yeah,
Sorry.
We'll have to look at it, because I think the first full payroll actually has some 2025 dates in it too.
Okay. All right. You take the vote, this pass?
I did, it passed, motion
Alright.
carried.
Sorry about that.
Now you discuss with possible action resolution 6025-2025, approve Class B fermented malt beverage, Class B intoxicated license, liquor license for James Kennard, DBA William James, 40 South Main Street. Further purchase approval?
Did I hear there was a problem with this? Somebody said?
Oh, not these liquor licenses,
Okay.
we do have a bartender's license up for
Okay,
denial
alright.
later,
I'll
but
make a
these both
motion
came
to
through public
approve.
safety.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion
I'll
by
second.
Smith, second by Newman, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Discuss with possible action, resolution 6026-2025, approve Class B fermented malt beverage, Class B intoxicated liquor license for Underground Sports Bar, 15 South Main.
I'll make a motion.
Motion by Newman, second by Levino, any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Discuss the possible action, resolution 6028-2025, a resolution approving the annual property insurance renewal of the municipal property insurance company, MPIC.
Just make a motion.
Motion by Newman,
I'll second.
second by Hinkle. Any discussion? Anything you want to say on this?
So this was the renewal we had discussed. The increase was largely due to the fact that the city was underinsured for quite a while, and their actual rate did go down. So it's not indicative of increases we intend to see year over year.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Discuss with possible action, operator's license application, Jamie Ponzer, Camelsport, Sue Klemp, Hartford. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Motion by Smith, second by Levino. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Discuss with possible action, denial of operator license application for Bruce Schoncheck. He's gonna call him out.
He wasn't able to be here in person. I told him we could at least try to call him. For who? Bruce, I accidentally printed the draft copies. Bruce Schoencheck. Okay.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Schoencheck?
Yes.
Hi, this is Anastasia Gonstead, the clerk for the city of Mayville. You're here with Common Council. We're at your agenda item where they're discussing the recommendation for the denial of your operator's license.
Okay. Oh.
So we want to.
Yeah, Bruce, this is Mayor Bell. So we're here because the police department is rejecting your application or denying. So is there anything you want to say on your behalf as far as, anything we should take into consideration or?
I'm just trying to figure out why and what I can do here. I mean, I already bartended in Iron Ridge and I just don't know why I got delayed.
Was it a packet right in the house?
The denial was in there, and then I don't know if you guys want to speak more at length.
Yeah, Lieutenant will talk to you. He took the application and was on vacation, so he did the work on it, so he can talk.
All right. Lieutenant Johnson?
Good evening. So when we do the backgrounds for the applicants for the bartender's license, we do a comprehensive background investigation, which includes criminal history checks, in-house checks, and whatnot, to kind of get an overall feeling of an applicant. And to be a bartender, there's certain standards that we expect that they're going to be able to meet, because there's some trust, responsibility, and some legal compliances that they have to maintain. So looking at the background for Bruce, I spoke with him earlier today on the phone. I explained to him why I was denying his application. Part of that was on the application, there's a requirement for disclosure of any criminal history, citations, violations, things like that within the past 5 years. One of those things was he was cited for possession of THC within the last 5 years, which was not disclosed. So that was one of the violations. Back in 2002, he was charged and convicted of sexual intercourse with a child 16 or older, and he also had 2 charges and convictions of failure to provide required information as a registered sex offender. In 2022, he was also in a bar after hours with a bartender who's verbally warned for being after hours in the bar. And then also, like I said before, having a citation for possession of THC. So it's kind of a pattern of behavior and decision-making that kind of led to my belief that he was not meeting that requirement or the standards that we sort of set forth in expecting a bartender to hold. So that's the reason why I was denying this application.
Right. Bruce, you got anything else you want to say?
No.
Right, well, thank you. Have a good evening. All right, is there a motion for denial?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Levino.
Second.
Second by Newman. Any discussion? All in favor of denying the applicant, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss a possible action on the conditional use application for Josh and Daniel Butler for Hometown Building LLC. This is the new business on Breckenridge. This went through a planning commission.
Mhm.
Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
Motion by Hinkle, second by Olson. Any discussion? All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss with possible action, aquatic coordinator position allowing hours worked. What's this for? Oh, this
So,
is
yep,
about-
this came through personnel, if I remember correctly, or finance, I'm sorry.
Just to give her enough hours so she can qualify for state.
Yep,
benefits.
Director Weld was looking for up to 29 hours per week. It would have the WRS eligibility, but would not get into full-time benefits territory.
Okay. Is there a motion?
I'll make that.
Motion by Smith,
Second.
second by Newman. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss the possible action, advanced emergency medical technician and lead EMS instructor for job description.
This came through personnel. This is where Julie and Devin are looking, they have the one part-time benefited person starting in January, one in July. They are looking to go through PFC for the interviews and whatnot, and they just want formal approval on the job description at this point.
All right,
I'll make the motion.
motion by Smith,
I'll second.
second by Levino. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss the possible action, payment of the deductible for the ladder truck insurance claim from the contingency fund. Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Newman. Second by Levino. Any discussion?
Yes, what was the deductible again?
$2,500.
$2,500. All right, anybody else? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss with possible action, change order number 1, project water wastewater treatment facility upgrade.
Make the motion.
Motion by Newman,
I'll second.
second by Hinkle. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Discuss the possible action, pay application number 5 to C.D. Smith in the amount of $1,231,520.96. wastewater treatment facility upgrade.
Make that motion.
Motion by Newman, second by Levino. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Discuss with possible action, pay request number 2 for the asphalt paving milling project in the amount of $79,150.84.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Motion by Smith, second by Hinkle. Any discussion? Is this under budget yet? Is this still under budget?
Yeah, we have enough for that, but.
Okay,
No, people.
Sorry, yes.
all right, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right, discuss with possible action, code for new chipper for Department of Public Works, 2025 capital improvement plan. Is there a motion?
Make a motion.
We've got 3 quotes, so you have to decide which one you want.
Yeah. So the one we're leaning toward or hoping for is the Morbark one. It'll be the LF George. We demoed both of them and in every source, this machine outperformed it, whether we run big logs or small brush. This machine worked a lot better than, same for maintenance. The clutch is a lot easier to maintain and fix rather than the Bandit one. So all in all, the Morbark one's a better machine, we believe, after demoing them. So. That's all I have.
You like the one with Alex George, correct?
Correct, yes, that's the one we're shooting for.
Okay.
And it is under the,
How much was budgeted on the CIP for this? 80, okay.
And how much did this come in at?
this is 67.
Yeah, 67, one's at 60, and what's the other one?
63, 730.
So this won't affect the 2025 capital improvement
The
project?
reason I brought it here like so abruptly rather than skip the finance, because the guy's afraid if we don't get it ordered by the end of the 4th quarter that we won't see it until about June.
Right.
And he has a couple that are on the way. He said, if we get it approved now, well, you can have it by January, like end of January, but we'll have to pay for it until we get to borrow. So he
I'll
said it
make a
works out better
motion
for us
to
that way.
approve the bid for the,
67,000.
yeah, what's the name of the company?
LF
Ella
George.
George.
Oh, storage, okay.
Second.
Motion by Smith, second by Newman. Any more discussion?
Yeah,
Happy chipping.
Jake, quick question, will they service it? Have
Yeah,
parts
it's
and
a
everything?
small hometown company.
Okay,
And he said there's a problem, they'll gladly come down and work on it for us if there's a problem we can't figure out.
okay,
Yes.
thanks, Jake.
All right,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
No, we just need to vote on that quick.
Okay.
all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. All right,
I'll make a motion.
by order of the chair, we're adjourned at 6:40.
Order of the chair, you don't give us the chance to.
No, see how that works?
On to special.
For the people.
Strong arm.
All right,
We've got the special one.
what we do?
Yep.
Who's that one?
I don't know if it was that quick.
All right.
Is it?
Special comment council meeting order at 6:43. Take the roll.
Alderperson Smith.
Here.
Alderperson Henkel. Here. Alderperson Leakdown.
Present.
Alderperson Newman.
Present.
Alderperson Olson.
Here.
We have a quorum. Alderman Baker is excused.
All right, citizen comments tonight? All right, discuss with possible action, emergency repairs to a broken culvert on Forest and Green Bay Drive. What did the quotes come in?
I'll hand them right now. So the quotes actually came out a lot better than I thought. It's from Town and Country. It's only $5,800.
How much?
58.
We got this budgeted somewhere? or no?
Yeah, I still, in my contracted services, I still have about like 30,000 left, so in that aspect, we shouldn't have any problem at all. And they said they would have it done they'd have it done in a few weeks, so. And then they agreed with the no blacktop until spring, so.
Any idea what caused it to,
That's what I was
I think it was just like rusted through over time.
oh, you
Well,
can
we
see
look
it
at
collapsed in there?
If you look at the road, you can see where the road's.
Yeah.
So it's been collapsed for a while.
Okay.
So,
And the blacktop will be included in this price?
no, blacktop won't be on until spring, and then once we have, assuming it's probably gonna be water main breaks, once that company comes in to patch stuff throughout town, they'll patch that in spring.
Okay.
Let it settle over the winter.
Yep.
All right. All those approval of all the $5,800 to Town and Country for emergency repairs?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Motion by Hinkle,
Second.
second by Levino. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries. Thanks.
Thank you.
Discuss with possible action, emergency structure at the TAG Center. Employee structure at TAG Center.
All right, so I guess I don't know where to start here, just other than bringing up, we had talked a couple different ways of structuring, because as everybody knows, as soon as we find a replacement for me, I'm gonna be down with Jake up in the DPW and the parks. So we were looking at a couple different ways to structure the TAG Center, to make it, I guess, so we don't have a burnout, or we don't have, the same thing after a year or 2 years, whatever, have another changeover. But I guess I don't know what, so I guess we looked at a couple different things. I'll say what we're looking at was combining a couple different departments at the TAG Center, and having the director take on some of the, responsibilities of the administrator down there, the office administrator. But not sure when that will take place as far as when that person, she's at the, towards the end of her career, but not sure when she would be retiring. Talk to her if she would be interested in taking on more responsibility. She does a great job out there. And there's nothing that she has said where she's at right now. The other thing is doing the recreation person as a separate from this position. One was going and talking to the high school, seeing if they went to have a recreation person. They're per talking to somebody at the high school, it looks like they budgeted in a recreation person at the high school to handle some of their programs. So I called up there and they were interested in it, the person I talked to, but it was very, very beginning stages in the process of that happening. I mean, we're looking at a long, long time, and it was the very beginning stages. So, I mean, it didn't go to the school board, didn't go anything past, we're just talking to him. And the part is the restructuring things at the TAG Center, and for an employee and changing things the way they are. I guess I'm gonna be at the TAG Center for a long time then. I'm gonna be to actually get this to all happen and to get this to all go forward and to get this to happen. And I'm supposed to be down by Jake already, working with him. And when snow happens and we get to the point of snowfall and all that, he's got me planned and ready for snow plowing. So I guess as far as the employee structure at the TAG Center, I don't know what we want to do. We looked at it, met with the mayor, talked to him about it, met with Annie, talked to her about it. And I guess I don't know what we want to do going forward. If we want to keep the job description the way it is, we do have it. I'm not sure if everybody has this in their
Packet.
their job description. Okay, thank you. Yep, they do. And that would be as it is right now. And then could, I guess, change it as we go along out there and tweak it as you go along. But I guess that's what we're here tonight to discuss. I guess we don't.
Right. And I've talked with John and I've talked with the previous director, Mike Kurtz. You know, we all think that we can't keep going down the same path we've been going because it's kind of insane how we've been doing it. So maybe we should think about, you know, having the recreation person as a part-time, going out, getting a part-time recreation director. And then, you know, having City Hall being run out of, have the TAG Center being run out of City Hall until Karen decides to retire, and then fill it with a full-time director, with doing Karen's job and running the facility.
But then we also talked too, if you go that route, then because we're at the point now, and I know we just did the aquatics thing with, putting them up to 29 hours a week. But I tell you, that pool, and it's almost to the point that and I know it always just comes around money. It's always gonna come around money and how much you have to spend and how much you're gonna, going forward and all that. But it's getting to the point where the aquatics is almost a full-time position in itself. I mean, when I left, I had vacation a few days last week. That's all we worked on at the end. That's all we worked on all day today, is just making sure and filling these, we have lifeguards, but now with the new amount of lifeguards that are required, we're having a hard time filling all these swims, make sure that we have enough lifeguards in there. I mean, it's just crazy the amount that's required, but they are required, so we can't not have that lifeguards, that amount of lifeguards in there when we have open swims, when we have, when we're lifeguarding for classes. So, this is all stuff we have to look at, of what route we want to go for the future. But I guess, why it was put on the agenda here is that, it's something, I guess it's just got to be brought up, and it's got to get moving forward here so we can get me down to the new position so I can start helping Jake out in the other departments. Because reality-wise, even if we put it out in for advertising tomorrow, reality is probably wouldn't be done until hire on somebody, bring them on, start training them probably middle of January.
Any thoughts on this end of the table?
Have you ever thought about an aid program tied up with the high school and grants, getting some, how high school students can get involved with, what do you call that?
Work program?
Yeah,
Work release
well,
things.
that, and, like they do with the library and other.
Yeah, what are you saying as far as for like lifeguarding and all that, or for
Yeah, they can
getting
get
people?
involved that way.
Yeah.
And learn to get their accreditation.
Yeah, we do actually have a bunch that are helping out right now. They have some of the parks that are working out like that. We have lifeguards right now that are doing that. But it's inconsistent compared to like when I was in high school, meaning that every day it's not the same and it changes all the time. So it's but yeah, no, absolutely, we're in that. We work with our lifeguards, we work with people that can come down and help out every chance we get to get out of school and come down and help out. We have our daytime lifeguards right now. We ended up having another one leave just because they're going to get a different job. So our daytime, I don't know how we're gonna even man that anymore. We got a thing out there for anybody that wants to be able to daytime lifeguard. Gotta get you trained, but it's crazy out there right now.
Is this a new state program or a federal program that requires all this?
The state comes in and they tell us what we have to have and
And the other
anyways,
rules,
even if it
like,
was before, the way it was, just having all these people leave, we had one left that got married, moved away, one guy just got done with school, she's getting a different job. We have one that left now, she was a front desk person and a lifeguard, and she left because she just needed more hours, and she went to a job at a bank in West Bend. So you put that all together, and we can't give the people more than 23 hours a week out there as a lifeguard during the day, or anytime. The lifeguards, that's what they can get all year round. That's just where we're at. Michelle's jumping in there every chance she can get. I'm helping lifeguard every chance we can get to keep the pool up and going and legal. Because we do try to keep, regardless of what people say, we do try to keep the place safe out there. So, any thoughts? I know this is just,
Yeah, anybody else got any thoughts?
I know this is like just throwing it out. Nobody's really had a chance to think about this. It's just like boom, right onto you now here, but.
We tried it with Red Cross at one time and that was kind of a failure, that contract.
Yeah, that was with, I believe, with the YMCA of Beaver Dam. Yeah, but I think they were in the same boat as we are. I think every place is struggling with the.
That's what the state, it sounds doom and gloom, and it is doom and gloom, and it's a problem, it's an issue.
Yeah.
It's a big issue of, are we gonna keep the pool open? Are we gonna have enough resources? I'm not talking about money and people, I'm talking about money and people.
Yeah, that's what
Keep it
it's all
open.
about, yep.
And it's not feasible. And you give someone $20 or 20 hours.
Yep.
That you can only, I mean, you figure that out.
That 1,200 hours a year,
Yeah.
23 hours a week. you
But
get.
that's got, you know, and, yeah.
These are all things that are gonna have to be discussed, you know.
We did have Mike on board when you first came on board, you know, the position was open. You paid him good money to, you know, take care of things and consult, and I think there's more of an issue than bodies.
Yeah.
Right now. I mean, you know, so.
What do you think of this legislation that happened that made this? Do you think this is necessary? It makes sense, their requirements?
You mean of the amount of people
Yeah,
there and all
or
this
do you
stuff?
think this is overkill?
Well, I think it's overkill, but maybe we have to abide by it. I mean, you know, if we can shut things down in there, we can, you know, if you would have seen what we went through the last couple of weeks to get it up to the state call, you know, make it state legal again with doors and closures on doors and signage and all this. I mean, it's crazy. But it has to be. It's either 100% in or 100% out. We can't, nothing in between, because if somebody does get hurt out there, something does happen, you know, first I feel horrible, and second of all, it would be on the city. You know, we can man the pool with less people, but then we have to shut certain things down, and that's what we're gonna end up having to do. But the bad part is, big revenue for us is the rentals on weekends, and the parties in there, and they're expected to come in and have the pool at 100% open.
Yeah,
Running.
slides and everything.
Slides is a big
Oh,
thing,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a big thing.
Yeah.
How many people does it take from the slide?
Yeah, it just takes two
Two,
just for a
right?
slide along
Yeah.
top slide attendant. and a
Just two,
person-
yeah, just two people. And we're not talking lifeguards either.
Yeah, one person at the top doesn't have to be a lifeguard, they have to be 18, because for the state, at the top of the slide, that's considered a carnival ride. So they gotta be 18 and be on top of it, but they don't have to be a lifeguard. But they gotta be 18 years old, so luckily we have some front desk people that we're throwing in there, pays the same and everything like that, and they're 18 years old and they're legal, and so we've been able to put them at the top of the slide, but. So, I mean, these are all issues that are, I guess, very real and very much have to be discussed here, whether they wanna go the same route, if we wanna, like the mayor said, you know, have it run, you know, through City Hall, and then when, you know, things happen out there, they figure out a structure for it and then move forward. You know, the part-time recreation person, you know, can you find somebody or still keep the communication open with the school. And they sound like the guy I talked to would be open to having, but now you're talking about having a whole contract written up. I mean, holy cow. You know, who they answer to, who they do the rec with, what facilities do they use. I mean, there's a lot to it. I mean, and this is all just stuff that kind of came up at the end here. Having a bunch of meetings with the mayor and. So we do have a job description written up as it is right now. Which is the next thing, you know, if you want to do that route, if you want to go that route, if we don't want to go that route, I mean, I mean, we're at their point here in winter that I'm gonna have to go over with Jacob and help him for, you know, whether it was snow plowing or something like that, and they just have to, I went over and helped them a couple weeks ago. I was supposed to be switched over on the 27th, that Monday, and then, you know, having these talks, it didn't happen, so I went over and helped them with some buildings and some shutdowns of some buildings for the winter and that, but.
Was Mike gonna be jumping on board a little bit to help out?
I don't think, I mean, we have to, obviously that'd be the conversation you have to have. I know he's at a very good place in his life as far as really enjoys retirement. You know, he's very active in the city yet, very active at the Tank Center yet, and helps out and everything like that. I still go to him as a resource because he's got a lot of years in the city yet. I have a great relationship with Mike.
Where you guys want to mull this over and come back here in a few weeks and discuss it more? I mean, there's lots of stuff we gotta think about. We gotta think about how you want to do the structure, right? How you want to advertise.
And I mean, I guess it's getting to figure out how much this is all gonna
I
cost.
mean, my thoughts were if we go ahead and decide to take the recreation and move it out of tag and try to get a part-time rec department person, you know, and then have City Hall in the meantime running, the tag center, you know, we eventually are gonna have to think about if you're gonna give me an assistant or some kind of assistant position, and that could be part of the position too. They manage the tag center until we figure out long-term solution.
Is there an appeal process for these rules and regulations? We have a guy on, mayor who's active in state politics, maybe you could ask, if you think this is overkill, maybe we should.
But I mean, they're doing it everywhere. It doesn't matter if it's, Wisconsin Dells, doesn't matter if it's here. The thing that kills us is, and this was all, nothing was thought about, is that the rules go by the size of your pool, I mean by the square footage of your pool. So at 4,999 feet or 5,000 and over 5,000 and under, and we're at 5,800 square feet. So we're just over, by 800 square feet. So then we jump into the next thing of more lifeguards, more stuff like that. And there has been stuff that they came in and said, okay, you need this, need this. And then we went and did a little bit of homework. We went back to them and said, I don't think that's correct. I think you're giving us that for an
Unreasonable.
unmanned lifeguard and not a non-lifeguard in the pool. And, oh yeah, yep, you're right. So
So you have been appealing some of the.
absolutely we have, absolutely.
Who are you talking about when you say the state? What agency is being?
Her name is Ciara Ron. That is who we handle, and she's the department. I have sent it to everybody at the Department of Agriculture, blah, blah, blah. And then she does she does pool, she does restaurants, she does, that's who she all does. That's who I'm in contact with. And it's one of these things that, she got us for these doors that we had to put door closers on, and then we found some language in here that I think they're wrong, but she signed off that we're good, we got our thing, and it's one of these things, do we wanna poke the bear? The bear's gone now, the bear left us alone. Do we wanna poke the bear again, And then that part was all done, it cost us, probably about $1,000 with automatic closers on the doors, do we wanna? But, yeah, it's through the state, through Madison, they come around.
I would say give the mayor the name, title, and the office, and maybe he can hound her a little bit. He's
Yeah,
pretty good at that.
well, like I said, I think we gotta watch out because they don't show up, they leave us alone, we're signed off, we're good to go. It's one of those, you poke the bear, I think it's kinda like if OSHA comes into your business or something like that, they're gonna find something.
You are your mind.
No. Try to-
So 8,000 square feet were over?
Yeah,
I know a cement guy.
yeah.
There you go, that was my thought.
Or a permanent wall in there.
No, she's talking about filling in part of the pool.
Yeah, I know, just taking away.
So what do you wanna do? You wanna think about this some more, or
You gotta think about it. Yeah.
let's table this for 2 weeks then? Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to table it.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Smith, second by Hinkle, to table for 2 weeks and put it back on the committees for special common council.
Is everybody, you guys want me to put the email tomorrow with the ideas we had, send the email to everybody, or, are you guys okay with how we explained it here and kind of know where we're sitting and all that? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good, thank you.
Thanks, John.
All right, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, we'll make sure that you guys come up with some thought process, how you wanna go about doing it.
Well, I do have one question. You were saying about City Hall running that part. Are
Yes,
we equipped to do that? Let's ask our City Hall staff here.
And he'll do it.
we have to hire
She does
another,
everything.
we're gonna have to hire another person.
We were thinking of hiring a
It's a people
Part-time
employed that.
or an assistant city administrator to work on city hall
Right,
projects and help the mayor
right, to hire,
with the money we budgeted for a city administrator minus the 40,000. That's what we were thinking of doing.
Okay.
That's what
We
I had
seem
talked
to,
about.
every year we seem to go through this with the tag, and I just wish I had a magic wand.
well, that's because
Like the city
we run
administrator.
we run the recreation portion out of it,
Once-
that's part of the problem.
One and done.
How much does recreation bring in?
Right now we have budget for 39,000, but
For revenue?
yeah,
What's the expenses?
well, 58, I can pull it up.
So it's a
I'm
little,
just putting what we're budgeting for, yeah. So the rec department, it 64,000,
is what, revenue,
64,859, that's expenses.
and 39,
Revenue.
so we'd be levying for that, just like.
Yeah, we levy the difference.
That's 50%.
Yes, this is wages, half wages for the city, and the other half of the wages come out of the take center.
That's about 20 hours, John?
Yeah, sometimes a lot more, sometimes a little less, you know, you got, probably averages out to about 20 hours a day.
How are you keeping up with the copper pipes rotting? Is that at bay right now?
No, it happened, and it's still happening whenever you have an issue, but it's, just expensive, that's the problem, The last one we had, they saved us a piece of it, you can see inside, it looks like we're shooting sand through it.
These are all problems with putting a pool inside of a building.
This was last.
We'll talk about it. All right, anybody else? All right, all those in favor of tabling, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right. Well, there you go, Bob. You want to make a motion to adjourn?
Come on, Bob.
Really?
All right, by order of chair, we're adjourned at 7.